Shadows of the dying storm, a nightmarish descent into darkness. A few days ago, I had a day that felt like it was straight out of a horror story. It started with something that chilled me to my core. I saw a bird, barely alive, suffering and dying in the street. Its tiny body was twisted in a way that made my stomach churn, and its final, weak chirps seemed to echo the despair I was feeling. The sight of it struggling for breath, its eyes dimming, left me shaken and deeply unsettled. Desperate to escape the haunting image, I decided to go to the market. As I walked, the sky opened up, unleashing a relentless downpour. The rain was so heavy that it seemed to blur the world around me, creating a surreal, nightmarish landscape. The streets were flooded, and the dark clouds overhead made it feel like the sun had been swallowed by some malevolent force. When I finally got home, the sense of foreboding only grew stronger. The house was plunged into darkness, the power was out. The storm outside battered the windows with an almost rhythmic violence, making the house groan and creak with every gust of wind. In a desperate attempt to bring some normalcy back, I tried to prepare a simple meal, Maggi noodles. But as I reached for the gas, I realized it was out. The gas stove was cold and lifeless, like an old, forgotten relic. I fumbled in the dark kitchen, my only light coming from the occasional flicker of lightning that illuminated the room in fleeting, eerie bursts. With every flash, I could see shadows dancing across the walls, as if they had a mind of their own. The darkness seemed to press in on me, and the sound of the rain became a deafening, almost supernatural roar. My heart raced as I tried to figure out what to eat. The kitchen felt like a cavernous void, and every creak or groan from the house made me jump, my nerves frayed from the day's events. I ended up scavenging through the pantry and grabbing whatever non-perishable items I could find. The dull, flickering light from a single candle cast long, sinister shadows that seemed to move on their own. The only thing I could muster was an apple. It wasn't much, but it was the best I could manage in the eerie, powerless gloom. As I ate in the darkness, the image of the dying bird haunted me. The storm raged outside, the wind howled like a creature in distress, and the silence between the thunderclaps was heavy with a menacing presence. That day felt like it was trapped in a nightmare, where every small misfortune seemed to conspire to keep me on edge.